So this video is going to guide you through how to use Epic. So as with most things, start off in Google and type in Get Epic, and then click on either the advert or the main link underneath. That will take you to the main page for Epic. You click on Students, and then you type in your class code. So your teacher would have given you this class code. Once you've done that, you click Go. So I'm just going to show you now where you would end up. And this is a list of all the children, either in the class or the school, on Epic. To find your account, either click the box at the top and type in your name, or scroll through and find your name. Everything is in alphabetical order. So once you're in Epic, this is how it's going to look. You've got 4 U categories, which are books just based on your interests. Comic books, read to me books, which are really useful because you can read along and then you've got the computer reading the book back to you. Some videos and audiobooks, which you can't read, but you can listen to stories. This top bar has got lots of new books and new collections. And then as you scroll down, it'll start to look a bit like Netflix. So here are some new releases, which you can flick through. Epic have got about 40,000 books, so you're never going to be bored. You've got lots of books on there to read. Here's this selection where you've got continue reading books. These are books I've started to read. This blue bar shows how much I've read. So I've read the whole Minecraft book, but only a little bit of the Darwin book. And then I've got 2 other books I've started also. And then as you scroll through the page, you will see lots of different categories. So here are books based on your interests. When you typed in at the start of Epic, you might have said you like scary stories, historical stories. This will bring up a selection there. Now Epic is really clever because it remembers the types of books that you've read. So because I've read a Minecraft book, it's now giving me a selection of other books to do with coding and Minecraft that I might enjoy. So one of the best things about Epic is that you're going to find books on anything, and they're really modern books. You can see here we've got Guinness World Records, there are books about sharks, pyramids, anything at all you can think of, you will find a book to do with it. Here's another row with videos. Again, really useful. Instead of going to YouTube, you can find videos about more or less anything. Here's one, how to make your own Spider-Man birthday invitation. There are videos there to help you out with your topics, how to draw, and so on. Lots and lots of things that you'll really enjoy. Now, there are even books on here based on things we look at in class. So we've got the Goosebumps series here, for example. You've got lots of really popular things like Smurfs, Garfield, Lego. BBC documentaries are on there. So you're going to find books on anything you want. Diary of a Wimpy Kid. You're never going to be bored with Epic. So just have a flick through and find a book that takes your interest. So to search for a book on Epic, click in this box at the top and type in what you're looking for. So lots of the children in my class, they really love football. So I'm going to type in Ronaldo, and you can see just about Cristiano Ronaldo, there are about 10 different books. Now the books are there for all different age levels, same as all the books on Epic. There are lots of different selections there. So you can filter the book to find the one that's most suitable for you. So you can change the minimum age. So it's gone there now. Here's a book for 5-year-olds upwards. And then you could do the same thing for maximum age on the right-hand side as well. And that will change it from lower to highest and so on. You'll also see how long it should take you to read the book in minutes. So that gives you an idea of how thick the book is and how long it's going to take you to read. And then you can also click this little button up here, which will change the view. So it'll get rid of all that, so you can just see the front covers of the books. And then on the right-hand side, you'll see these little hearts. Those are your favourites. So if you don't want to read the book now, you can click in there, and it's been added to your favourites, which is just up here at the top, and you can read it later when you have a bit more time. So to read a book, you just click on the front cover, and then you'll be taken to this page, which shows you some of the information about the book. It'll tell you the age range. And then if you want to start reading, you can click on the right-hand side and it'll take you to the first page with the contents and all the information about what's in the book. If there are any words you come across that you don't understand, you can just click on the word and Epic will read the word out loud to you and give you a description of what the word means and if it's a noun, a verb, and so on.
Pitch.
So if you find the writing a little bit too small, there's a button just on the bottom here. It's cut off slightly on my screen, but you'll see it on yours, where you can actually zoom in. So you can click on the button and then a toggle bar will come up and you can just click up and down on there to zoom in and then scroll across your page. So it makes it much easier to read if you want to pick up any details in the pictures and so on. And then to zoom back out, just click on the button again and pull the toggle bar back down. So I'm going to zoom back out and I'm going to flick through the book really quickly just to show you what a typical book would look like. So as we said, this book is for a 5 to 7-year-old roughly. And then when we get to the end, you will see a little tab that says Finish Book. So when you finish reading the book altogether, click there and you may be given an award depending how many books you've read. On the right hand side, Epic will give you some more suggestions of books based on what you've read already. So we've read the sports books, there's lots of other sports books on the side. And then here you can see how many points you've earned for completing this book and how long it was. So it was only a minute because I flicked through, but obviously when you read it properly, it will show much higher than that. So if you're not sure about the type of book you want to read, you can click back to the search bar, empty it, and just scroll through, and you will see books about all different types of topics. So you can see here, these are the topics I've been looking in so far, but you've got books there about English, science, maths, cooking, anything you can search for. So basically, as you scroll down, you will see the general topic, which you can then click on, and it'll open up books to do with all kinds of things. So we've got comic books over here. Here are the cooking books next to it. We've got sports books, we've got joke books, all kinds of things. So that's the place you go to just to open up the main branch of books to begin with. So we mentioned a favourites list earlier. Here's where you go to see your favourites. It's in order from the last book that you favourited. So here's a Lego book and the Ronaldo book that we've read. And you'll see a Taylor Swift book next to it, which has got a green bar underneath it. That means it's a read to me book, which I can listen to the book while I read at the same time. To do that, you just click this green button at the bottom and it will read the book for you.
Taylor Swift by K.C. Kelly, Superstar. It was September 2015 in Nashville, Tennessee.
So you don't have to read the whole book in one go. If you want to come back to it later, you can just press the X button up here and Epic will remember the page that you were on, so it'll be on that page when you open it back up. So another little feature, you can see audiobook here, which is in purple. This means that it's a book that you can listen to but not read, which is really good for maybe bedtime stories and so on. To do that, you just click on the play button and the book will read.
I Survived the Sinking of the Titanic, 1912. Book 1 of the I Survived series by Lauren Tarshis.
So again, you don't have to listen to the whole story in one go. You could press pause and then come back to the book at a later time and it will pick up the story from where you left off. So the videos are really easy too. You just click on the video, open it up, press play, and it will play in your browser.
Amazing animals! Number 2255, the amazing gorilla. These western lowland gorillas are found in Western Africa.
So again, you don't have to watch the whole video in one go. You could pause it, press X, come back to it later, and it'll be waiting for you on the same place. So another place you can go to is up here on the Mailbox. Now this is where your teachers may share collections of books with you. So you can see who shared it, so in this case it's me. You can see how many books there are in the collection. Here are the amount of books and the amount of videos there as well. And there'll be a little bar to show you how many books you've read along the way as well. So these are just in random order, so you can scroll through and find a book that you like, or possibly a book that your teacher has asked you to read. So for now, I'm going to click on this Mummy's book here, which you can see is a read to me book because it's got the green tab. And remember, you've just got to press the green play button at the bottom to play. So what I'm going to do now is just flick through this book really quickly. But you can see the book, really wonderful illustrations, lots of detail in there, lots of facts. But I want to flick through this book because some books will have an extra feature such as a quiz at the end as well, which is just under the finished book picture. So here we've got this in blue, start the quiz. Now when you click it open, you press start the quiz here and it'll give you a selection of questions, multiple choice. So you read the question at the top, so what is a mummy in this case? And then you've got 4 different options. So I'm going to scroll through, find the one that best fits, and it tells me at the bottom that was correct. And then there's question 2. And up here you can see how many questions you've got. Similarly, you can cancel the quiz at any point and go back into it and pick it up later if you want to. Now the other cool thing about Epic is that it gives you rewards for the amount of books you've read. So you click up here to your profile picture and click on view profile and it tells you here what you've been doing. So I've read so far 2 books for 0.3 hours and I can click on achievements and it gives me all these badges that I've earned. So the ones that are in coloured are the ones I've earned already. So I've only been reading these for a little while, so I haven't earned many books yet. But when you scroll over them, you will see a little box that pops up and it'll tell you what you need to do to earn that reward. And again, there's a little blue bar underneath to show you how close you are to earning those rewards. Now, as you scroll through, you can see that the rewards get more challenging the further down the page you go. So the challenge is to try and push yourself and trying to get those higher rewards if you can. When you click on activity and click your view reading log, you can see all the books that you've read so far, how long you've read them for, if there were any quizzes, if you got those correctly, and the dates that you read the book as well. So this is a really useful reading log for you to keep a track of how much you're reading every day. So remember your e-safety rules. With any personal account you've got, remember to log out. To do that, go up to your profile and then scroll down to log out, and that will take you back to your main Epic home screen. I hope you've enjoyed this guide through Epic. Remember, there are a wide selection of books on there, about 40,000, going from picture books up to really more detailed books. So enjoy using it and enjoy reading.